Afghanistan. Going to put them in D tier. Could be worse. Like Albania. Yeah, Albania definitely goes in D tier. Argentina, C tier maybe. Australia does have a focus tree. I've never played it. C tiers. Austria, I think it's Hungary who has all the cool stuff, so... Plus, they get annexed by Germany, so they'll probably also be D tier. Belgium, gonna have to go in C tier, mainly because of their focus tree. Brazil, probably also C tier as well. Bhutan, where does Bhutan go? Gonna be at the bottom of D tier. Bolivia, also D tier. Probably goes above Austria. Actually, Austria is at the bottom of D tier. Maybe Albania. Well, I think you can defend as Albania. Italy is not as bad as Germany. I think that's British Malaysia. Maybe, I don't know. It's not as good as Bolivia because you have to go to war with Japan. Doesn't Afghanistan have a chance to go to war with the Soviet Union? And maybe India as well, so maybe they're not as high. British Raj has the potential to do pretty good. They have an interesting focus tree as well, I think, but they might be C tier. Bulgaria is pretty good. It gets an A tier. You're probably not going to get attacked as Bulgaria unless you do it yourself, or maybe you're playing non-historical. Like Chile goes down here. China's pretty good, definitely. If you can defeat the Japanese, I think China's S tier just because of the fact that they're really strong. Mao should be easy to take care of, maybe relatively. If not S tier, definitely at the top of A tier. Colombia. Communist China, probably up here with China. Oh boy, I don't know which one I should put first. Maybe regular China. Costa Rica, I think it's better than these two just because of where it's located at. Cuba, the problem with Cuba is if you want to attack anything, you have to do naval invasions, which suck. Although I would say that they're probably in a better position than Chile. Czechoslovakia, the main problem with them is that they get attacked by the Germans. But at the same time, they do have a chance to join the Comintern. So as Czechoslovakia, if you're able to either defeat the Germans by joining the Comintern or something, or you can do it yourself, it's certainly possible. I've done it before. Better than Australia. Not as good as British Raj. I might move Belgium though. Let me see. So I thought that Belgium had a focus tree. It's actually the Netherlands who have it. Yeah, they go down there now. And Denmark, yeah, Denmark also goes down here. The Dominican Republic, this is Canada. I would say for me, they're right here. So there's potential. There is potential for Canada to be decent, I would say. So next we have Ecuador. El Salvador is definitely D tier. Estonia. If you can survive as Estonia by doing like the Baltic states thing or whatever, it's kind of like Canada. It can be good. Ethiopia has a good focus tree, but it's all about defeating the Italians. Problem is though, their focus tree is all about attacking a bunch of countries, and that might be an issue. But if you can pull it off, I'd say it's somewhere over here. Finland. If you can somehow defeat the Soviets, Finland's pretty good. France. As long as you can hold off the Germans, which is not that hard. I've done it before a few times, especially as Napoleonic France. They have the potential. Would I say that they're S tier? Maybe not. I would say that they go right here. Germany, of course, is in S tier. Greece has the potential to do good. They do go to war with Italy. If you're not a very experienced player, Greece might not be a very good choice for you. I don't really know where to place Greece, really. I'm just gonna put it maybe right here. Guangxi Click, one of the strongest countries in China. That's not China itself. Yeah, maybe I'll put these in B tier, these three. Guatemala. Yeah, and there is a chance for you to kind of become a little bit powerful. I don't think the potential is as much as Greece, but it is kind of easier, so I might just put them right there. Haiti goes maybe over here. Honduras goes in the same level as Guatemala does. Hungary, because of the fact that there's so much development in Europe and what you can do, I'm going to have to put them up here. Indonesia, otherwise known as the Dutch East Indies. I had to use the Indonesian flag for this because, well, the Dutch East Indies flag is the Netherlands flag, I believe. They're better than Afghanistan, although I'm gonna have to put them a little bit lower just because of the fact they directly get involved with Japan. Iran can do some good stuff. They have a lot of potential. There is a chance that they do get declared war on by the Soviets, maybe around here. They're better than Estonia. Iraq, I believe, gets declared on by Britain for some reason. So because of that and the fact they're really weak, they're gonna have to go pretty far down here. Ireland, I mean, what does Ireland even do in the game? They do nothing. I guess they'd be better than these two countries. Italy, lots of interesting stuff Italy can do. They're relatively powerful. Somewhere in here. Yeah, I guess that's a good spot for it. Japan. Japan is a relatively easy country to play. At least, if you don't go to war with the US, Japan is relatively easy. You just invade China and you take all of China's land. You're pretty much set for the entire game at that point. I'm probably going to put them above over here. Romania does have to deal with the Soviets, but usually you can go the route of being part of the Axis. I would say they're a little bit better than Czechoslovakia. Latvia pretty much goes in the same place over here with Estonia. Lithuania, they deal with Germany wanting Memel. You can always just give them it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't know. I might do it like this, with Estonia being the best. Liberia is definitely D tier. I mean, Luxembourg is also absolutely terrible. Manchukuo might go around here somewhere, maybe right there. Manchukuo is a lot weaker. I don't think they have a focus tree. Maybe over here, I guess. Mexico, so they do have a focus tree, and I think it's okay. I think it's decent. So, and you know, if you can take over America as Mexico, you are definitely up here in A tier, maybe even S tier. So I think Mexico has a lot of potential. They don't start as strong, which could be a problem, which is why I'm putting them down here, but they do have the potential to become very powerful. Here's Mongolia. All right, Nepal, weaker than El Salvador just because of the countries it's around and the terrain and stuff. The Netherlands, they might go here. New Zealand, yeah, New Zealand has a very odd focus tree, kind of like Ireland, except weaker. You don't really do anything. There is a potential for you to get naval invaded by Japan, but that's pretty low. I'd say they go behind Manchukuo. Norway gets invaded by Germany, and it's pretty hard for them to survive that. I don't know. They're going somewhere down here. Sultan of Alsa. If you can survive the Italians, I guess it's okay. I don't know what their focus tree is. It doesn't look that interesting to me. Definitely not as good as Ethiopia. Yeah, they're really weak. They're like better than Luxembourg. Panama, you can take out Costa Rica, maybe. You're right there with Costa Rica. This is Paraguay. You're around some tough countries, so you can't really do much. Worse than Ecuador as well. Peru, maybe they're above these countries. Philippines, it's kind of tough to play as the Philippines. You do get invaded by Japan. It's weaker than Indonesia for sure. Poland. Poland has an interesting focus tree. The only issue is, you know, Germany and Soviet Union. I would put it somewhere over here. Maybe right here would be a good spot. Portugal. Portugal is kind of like Ireland, except they can do more stuff than Ireland. But overall, they're probably better than Ireland. We have Nicaragua. Once again, they're going to have to go here. Saudi Arabia, definitely weaker than Iran. They're surrounded by tough enemies, and the terrain and everything is really bad, you know, plus supply. They're better than Paraguay and Ecuador. Yeah, this is Shaanxi. They are definitely one of the weaker Chinese countries. I guess I'd have to put them up down here. Siam, kind of like Ireland and those countries, except weaker. And you don't really have any neighbors that you can attack. I'd say they're around Mongolia. Xinjiang, so I guess once again they're kind of like Mongolia. This is South Africa has the potential to do stuff. Their focus tree has some things that could give them stuff to do. Better than maybe the Baltic countries, better than the Netherlands. They probably go right here. They're not as good as the Soviet Union. Besides Germany invading, which, I mean, come on, you're the Soviet Union. This should be pretty easy. So they're definitely going to go up here in S tier. Spain can be good. Maybe A or B tier. All right, this is... Wait, is this Oman? So this bright red here that I thought was Asa turns out to be Oman. So I'm going to have to move Oman. So it goes somewhere around here. And so Asa, the actual Asa goes over here. Sweden, around the same as Ireland. So I might put them just a little bit below. Switzerland has a really cool focus tree where they can actually do stuff. So I might, maybe even better than Poland. I don't know. They're around here. Tanatuva, Once again, it's like Mongolia. Tibet goes down here. Turkey does have a focus tree. That's right. You don't really have to deal with people declaring war on you. Well, I think maybe the Soviets can declare war on you. It's always the Soviets, isn't it? Yeah, I think that they have a lot of potential. They're gonna go in B tier. UK, they're probably somewhere around here. United States is definitely really powerful. Uruguay, once again, one of these countries, but it's in D tier. Venezuela is kind of like Colombia. Yunnan is pretty weak. Same thing with Zibay Sanma. Yemen is where Oman would be, and Yugoslavia. They do go to war with the Germans, which is a problem. They have a better chance than the Netherlands, maybe, although they do go to war earlier. I don't know.